During the last year of my sociology education in university, I was working on an assignment about COVID-19. I found a video on YouTube, a controversial one, making claims I wasn't sure were right or wrong, but I wanted to use it as a source for my assignment. The next day, the video was gone. It was deleted from the whole internet. At the time, I wasn't mainly interested in whether every claim in the video was true. What stayed with me was a different question. Who decides which doubts are legitimate and which doubts get pushed outside public discussion, labeled as conspiracy? I am not a doctor, and this video is not about whether COVID-19 vaccines or treatments were medically true or wrong. I'm a research master's student, and what I want to look at is the pandemic as a case study in science communication, specifically how trust is built, how it was lost, and what happens when institutions try to manage doubt through content moderation, like fact-checking or false flagging, instead of earning trust. The clearest example of this was the debate over the origins of COVID-19. In February 2020, a statement got published in the Lancet strongly condemned what it called conspiracy theories, suggesting that COVID-19 did not have a natural origin. It was signed by 27 scientists. At the same time, this helped draw a sharp line. On one side, legitimate scientific discussion, and on the other side, harmful speculation. But the story did not end there. Years later, the origin question was still unresolved. US intelligence assessments considered both a natural spillover and a lab-associated incident plausible. Different agencies reached different conclusions, mostly with low confidence, while the FBI assessed a lab-associated incident with moderate confidence. Here the point is not lab leak hypothesis was proven true. No, it was not. The point is that a question which had been pushed into the category of conspiracy later came back as a legitimate, open public debate. This is where it gets complicated. When institutions, platforms, or media remove or flag content, the intention is usually good, to stop harmful misinformation from spreading. But when a question is shut down before it's actually resolved, that boundary making can start to feel like something else than science. It raises a question. Who gets to decide what counts as harmful information? Is it based on evidence or is it based on authority? That distinction matters because evidence and authority are not the same thing. Sometimes we treat them as if they are. This brings me to something I think is often missed. Doubt is not the same thing as denial. Someone can ask, "Are we sure about this?" without rejecting science altogether. But during the pandemic, that kind of questioning was often treated the same way as outright denial and was shamed accordingly. When that happens, something gets lost. Not because every doubt deserves equal weight, but because moderate, reasonable skepticism gets pushed into the same box as bad faith denial. And once that happens, the people asking those honest questions stop trusting the institutions that shamed them. So what can be the alternative? I don't think the answer is to stop fact-checking or to treat every claim as equally valid. The answer, I think, is that science communication has to earn trust rather than demand it. And that means clearly explaining uncertainty instead of hiding it. It means not automatically treating skepticism as the enemy. And it means showing people not just what they are expected to believe, but also why they are expected to believe that. The lesson I took from that deleted YouTube video wasn't the video itself. It was about how fragile trust becomes when doubt is treated as a threat instead of a question worth answering.